Myths and legends have been around for many years, passed down generation to generation.
Alright, so Black Angel of Iowa City is pretty interesting.
They say if you touch her, kiss her feet, you'll die in 7 years. It's supposed to be a bronze statue, and it arrived November 21st, 1912.
The one where you walk under the wing, and if you were pregnant, you'd have a miscarriage. And
It says the only ones that are able to touch her and not die are virgins.
And the mysterious subject of the team's next endeavor could leave them empty-handed or baffled.
It's impressive to see that kind of manifest.
Well, you can definitely tell it's the outline of something.
Alright, so Black Angel of Iowa City is pretty interesting. I've been there many times myself, because I actually went to University of Iowa for several years, so I used to go to that cemetery at least once every other month or so, just kind of check it out. But you were able to find some history or stories on it. What were some of the things?
Teresa, she came over here from Bohemia, which is Czechoslovakia now.
Working in this paranormal field, we come across stories and legends and mysterious things like that, and it's really nice to actually come across something that fits within that legend category. The Black Angel of Iowa City has been around for over 100 years now, and it's just been one story after another.
Okay, with her son Eddie, and she was a midwife because her license wasn't, she couldn't use her license. It wasn't, what's the word? It wasn't valid. So she was just a midwife. And then in 1891, her son Eddie died of meningitis. So she buried him, and his tombstone was a tree stump. So then she moved to Oregon, where she met Nicholas and married Nicholas. Well, he died a mysterious death several years into the marriage. So she came back to Iowa City in 1911, got a hold of Mario, I can't think of his last name, and he was from Chicago, and had him do this statue of an angel. It was supposed to be a bronze statue, and it arrived November 21st, 1912. One of them is, every year it got blacker and blacker because she died 7 years later of cancer, so it got blacker. The day of her funeral, a big thunderstorm hit it, and it turned it black. Then it's her, there's this legend where she cheated on him and murdered him, so it turned black because of the sins.
Some things that we can debunk right off the bat is the mysterious story about the black angel turning black, a shade darker each year or so, and it's just the nature of what it's made out of. Typically when there's weathering conditions, just being exposed to the elements, bronze does tend to do that. And also for the fact that it is deemed a mysterious statue because it looks down where most angels actually look up into the heavens. That also, with us, that's fascinating in its own, yes, but for us doesn't warrant much for cause of paranormal activity.
Some man took a hacksaw, chopped off her thumb, the black angel's thumb, and they've never seen him alive again. They found him floating in the Chicago River, and he was strangled. Cause of death was strangulation, and there was a thumbprint on his neck. And a couple days later, the thumb was at the base of the angel. There were 4 teenage boys that went to the cemetery, and they urinated on the cemetery, on the statue.
Two boys.
4.
4.
On the way home, they got in a car accident and died in a fiery death.
Yeah, there's several different stories, more than one version of one, but a lot of them, the main thing is a lot of them are well known and they've just kind of been passed along and they've spread.
Like an urban...
Like the one, yeah, well, like the one that cut off the thumb.
So there you go, you can touch it. Sorry.
Thanks.
Well, it seems like we have quite a bit of history on this one. This one's well known, so it's abundance and rich history coming out of this one. So now we have a little bit of a drive ahead of us, so we'll load up now and get out there and here we go.
Move them out.
When I was in Iowa City for school, I actually went to it at least once a year, typically around in the fall sometime. My freshman year I went there on Halloween night because we did a jog out to it, and there's a lot of stories about that too, about mysterious activity that happens to people once they visit it on Halloween night and stuff like that. So the stories are endless with this black angel.
$14.79. I don't know why I rolled down my window like I was gonna get.
You were gonna pay too?
I just want my food.
Because you're hungry.
I am.
You ready to jump out the window? Kim, are you hungry?
I'm very hungry.
Can you smell that?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Oh, I had fried rice yesterday.
Alright, get out the receipt.
At
Make
9
sure it's the
o'clock.
right one. Okay, it is the right one. $14.79. That's what the woman said. Or the man, whoever he is. Okay.
And that's why we're going to check our
I normally
order when we
look at every other receipt, but every time now that I come to a place like this, I'll look at every receipt.
Yeah.
Just put some ice in it.
right here.
Yeah.
How much ice do you want?
Let's try 5 cubes
5 cubes?
for now.
Do you mind me touching them?
You already did. It's okay. Oh, they're smaller ones. Okay, let's try 10 cubes.
10 of them?
Yeah.
No, it sounded like it was it was interesting at Beaver.
Yep, we're still
I
reviewing
probably
evidence.
missed out there a little bit.
Still going over that. The clients are really anxious to get. They actually, in a way, want us to go back there too, I guess. But all you have to do is head towards it. You can go with him, and you can leave this environment of dread, this environment of pain. I mean, knowledge of what you know so far about the angel. Plan on touching it tonight?
No, I'm good there.
What about you?
Yeah, I don't think I'll be touching this
Just out
statue
of respect.
tonight. Yeah.
Yeah,
The respect thing.
more so, yeah.
For this investigation, Sarah and Miles were unable to make it. They really wanted to be out there with us, but it seems like there's kind of a theme here where we have a a baseline investigators, not really recruiting too many new ones now. We kind of got it established, but seems like not all of us can be at the same place at the same time, so might open up to recruiting here again eventually. As team historian, Kim really had her hands full on this one because the history's rich and there's a lot of it, but she did a pretty good job at finding some information, taking notes of the key and the main facts and keeping it relevant.
I did a lot of research before we got to Iowa City to see the Black Angel, and when we pulled in, it was kind of, there was a lot of sadness, I guess I would say, and I don't know, I was a little, hearing the stories, I was a little nervous kind of in a way going in, but when I got there I was just overcome with sadness. So.
It's kind of warm right here.
I know.
Get that? And it's stagnant. Look,
Yeah.
it's warm. Potentially getting warm spots here, which cold spots are very common in the spiritual world. Paranormal researchers will discover that spirit activity, it's basically a way that they're trying to, theory is that they're trying to drain or pull from energy in the air, changing the temperatures. When it's cold out though, or cool out, it can also be warm spots.
1912. So that's almost been here 100 years.
Yep, almost 100 years.
Can I get out?
Yeah, it's too dark. I need to get out too.
How old was Eddie?
Eddie was 18 when he died.
18.
In 1891.
So these flowers were moved because when we left,
They were right where my foot is. And then we come back and they're there. So somebody has to have been here or something.
Dear. Is the thumb taken off?
all the fingers are gone, pretty much except the pinky.
So is there any feelings you get from looking at the statue?
Well, I've been here many times before, and each time that I come here, I don't get the whole threatening or be afraid or spooky statue kind of thing. There's actually still kind of maybe a darker beauty to it, if you want to say that, but it seems to be one of those things that if you show it respect, she'll show you respect, that kind of thing.
Big Daddy, go!
Oh boy, that's a good boy.
Setup. That was the second time we had to use Eric's car as the main base and power. And the first time, it took us forever. This time it didn't take us too long. We were very organized and very on key with everything.
It didn't take too long. I mean, you know, we had the cameras and a whole bunch of cords, unraveling cords and stuff like that, but it really didn't take too much time, so.
Once we arrived there, Oakland Cemetery, just like any cemetery that has a lot of history or any stories like this, tend to typically have paranormal activity that can happen, but it's not necessarily just the statue based. There's other bodies and other spirits that are in the cemetery, and I'm not a believer that there's cemeteries everywhere that have activity in them. Typically, contrary to popular belief, a lot of cemeteries are not haunted, but there are a few that are, and so that's something we're going to keep an eye out for tonight as well, to make sure that the activity that we're getting is from the Black Angel itself and not, some John Doe down the road or another spirit that's up the hill or whatever the case may be.
And some of the frustrations in the night as we were investigating, we would have random people just, come up to look at the Black Angel and to obviously just to talk to us, and obviously they wanted to know what we were doing, and but we had to keep stopping. I don't know how many times it was. I had at least 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and it was kind of annoying.
Can you go over there, tell them to get away from the cameras?
Oh, are they over there?
They're over there right by the DVR.
How you doing?
Good. Black Angel?
Yeah.
That's what we're looking for.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
We wanted to witness it.
oh, right.
Like I've never been here. I've heard so much about it. I just wanted to witness it.
Yeah, it's right over here.
It's hard to find it at night.
A little bit.
Be careful of the cords.
Yeah, just the cords and
So
stuff.
what's going on?
we will.
Oh, yeah. We just wanted to witness Black Angel. I've read about it. Like, you guys doing some reading or something?
Just investigation. There's just cameras and
Yeah, no, we don't want to.
and
I just want to look at it.
just monitors and stuff.
We just weren't sure exactly because we had permission from the Iowa City Police to be here too. So
What's up? What do you guys do?
wanted to make sure you guys.
Endeavors and investigation.
Yeah.
Well, how close can we go? Like, without messing up your guys' stuff.
Preferably to the grass line. Because we have some things there. Yeah.
What are you guys doing?
And try to make it
Paranormal investigation.
Alright, and through the night, we were interrupted by some visitors of the living sort. And I know this to happen probably almost on a nightly basis because Black Angel is so popular and it's kind of fallen entangled itself within people's lives. And there's people going out there, actual trespassing, but going out there, not necessarily causing any harm to the statue, but just coming out just to see it, maybe even to touch it, to test the theories.
We actually are going to do EVP session here, so we're going to need, I guess if you watch, you'd be to the side a little bit because we don't want to have any contamination.
Come what we can for it.
Okay.
You're gonna do a what? A what? What's that?
Yeah, basically. It's where we record through devices, but we actually end up picking up voices that we might not hear at the time. We're doing questions and answers and stuff like that, and we get whispery voices.
Wasn't there
or
more of
voices
you?
Sound electronic.
Yeah,
They're
extremely frightened.
They're scared. Yeah. They're going back to the house.
You guys are just trying to look for the statue?
That's all I was. I read so much about it. I wanted to go, and I felt like if you went to there today, you wouldn't feel the full experience.
It's nothing scary. I mean, she's
Yeah, it's
peaceful.
not-
Yes.
As long as you're respectful.
Yeah, if you're respectful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that goes for any gravestone
Yeah.
or anything here, you know. It's just
Yeah.
you don't really want to touch them or ruin them or especially vandalize, which you see her fingers missing. It's
Right.
part of it, so. Now we can start our investigation.
The girl got scared.
Yeah, the two in the back were scared. The blonde, she was scared.
Why
Yeah.
is she so scary though? She's not.
No, she's not.
Might have picked certain ones out of the crowd because all of them had mixed levels of oh my gosh, except the main guy.
Yeah.
You know, and that the main guy was into it, and he seemed like he had respect on his mind. He was just coming here to see it. I'm glad that we established this right when we did because I almost got somebody on the line.
Yeah.
I was a little. I think because they lingered.
Think that way?
Just the way they were standing
But
there.
they weren't. They didn't
I don't
seem
think
like they're
all of them
partying or
part of
anything. I
them
don't
were
think.
kinda. And the time is,
It's 12:55 a.m.
and we are at the Oakland Cemetery in Iowa City visiting the Blanket Shop.
And it's Jason, Kim, and Eric present.
Are you here with us, Teresa? Is anyone here with us?
Is there anybody here with us right now who may want to speak or communicate? Anybody who may want to step forward, give us a message? We still got to try to do. I heard that again.
Yeah.
Is there anybody out here with us right now?
Can you tell me who you are? It's
There
noisy.
are a lot of sirens,
I know.
but it's party night in Iowa City. Potentially luring us. You got to pay attention to that too. I'm getting a headache, like back here, like blunt force trauma. Just right now, I just got it where it's like bam, like that. Mm-hmm. Is that somebody trying to give us a message here? People over there, keep an eye out.
Where?
Over there. He could be drunk too. Sure, a hell lot of people that come in after hours here without permission. Did you hear that again?
Yeah.
It could have been an animal. It's hard to tell out here. That's what I hate about outside.
Yeah.
They're walking away now.
Chasing him with the cameras.
Oh, chasing with the interceptor. Big Daddy coming after him. I'm sure they would scream like hell and run.
What are they running from?
They're just kind of out for a jog. Look like, because they're running together. Because she had like shorts on.
You can talk to me in this little box. You can touch us.
Since I forgot to pick up mini DV tapes, I knew I forgot something.
So
Because we're going to run out eventually of tape. I say we'll keep going for this session, but on our break, I'm thinking one of us will probably leave all the things where they're at, just unplug them from the DVR. You know what I mean?
and one of us go.
And one of us go get the tapes.
You can go because I won't get lost.
No, I can. That's fine.
Yeah.
But I think just one of us needs to go because I don't want to leave just one of you guys here. And it's not because of spirit, but because there's just too much living activity here too. That and I want some more than one person monitoring our equipment.
And you better hurry.
That's a good idea.
Just because, not because I'm in the cemetery, it's because there are freaks all around the cemetery.
That's what I'm
that
saying.
are living.
It's the living, yes. It's
So-
my motto, fear the living more than the dead.
Leave me in here by myself.
Have you been given a bad reputation? As maybe there's people that have misunderstood you? Eddie, I heard a story once that the possibility that I'm thinking of it, that you were bullied. I'm getting chills too.
Yeah.
Eddie, I heard the story that you were bullied and possibly tormented. I feel bad for all of
That
that.
makes sense because of let me get you what's on his brief.
The chills that we're pointing out are chills that move through your body and they have little pinpricks to them.
Like down
Like
your
that
spine,
make you get
or
goosebumps. That's different than just being cold temperature.
I think I picked up a little bit of that.
Okay.
Does somebody have a flashlight on him?
I have No, it's actually in the truck, huh?
Well,
On the other side.
Leave it.
That's where I was using the flashlight. Yeah. Now this is Eddie's.
But he's not there. He's in under the angel. But that was put, yeah. But this is the inscription. It says, as in Hungarian, but it says, "For me the road was thorny, without the comfort during the days of my life. So I would do anything good for the world. Hands clasped, head bowing, my soul flies far to eternity, where after frustration you wait for everlasting reward." And if he was bullied,
Yeah.
that would make sense.
You don't think it was by his mom, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
His mom loved him.
Okay.
That's why his mom...
Light went off on the interceptor. Could be possible outside interference, but just taking note of that.
So meningitis, what is that? Do you know what meningitis is?
But
It's a severe bacterial infection that usually attacks the brain or nervous system.
Okay.
A lot of people tend to pass away, even modern day, because it can be a quick advance.
they thought I
Kind of
had
disease.
meningitis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of times it's present in, like, especially college age students, those in dormitories and stuff like that.
Do you want to talk
Eddie?
to us?
Eddie, what is it? Is there anything that you're really wanting to tell us right now?
Make it light up for yes, or leave it at green for no.
I just thought of this. This would make sense. If the story of the Black Angel was actually... Because it's bad things that usually happen to bad... Or, well, not necessarily bad, but to people who torment
Yeah.
or show disrespect to it. This is a crazy theory, but it makes sense. If he was tormented and bullied himself in life, and then someone comes here, shows disrespect in any way, shape, or form.
Did you see like something move over there?
That's why I looked over. Eddie?
Like white, something white.
Are you over here? Alright, Eddie, if you're here with us right now, I have a device right here in my hand that will blink lights around it. All you have to do is just get in its proximity and it will flash the lights. Okay? This might be an easier way to communicate. Motion light went on over here. Eddie, if that's you. Eddie, can you step forward, please?
Teresa, are you here with us? And we know he was young when he passed. Are you?
Are you getting something over?
Yeah.
I've been filming over that way. Sorry, Jason.
Keep going.
That's okay. Eddie, would you like to speak to us?
What is it?
I just seen a dark shadow.
Where's the shadow at? Oh, was it over by the tree?
Yeah, what is that? Did you see it?
Something. Okay. Keep the camera rolling with me if you can try to keep up. Just hold this.
So just.
'Cause I'm
stand
gonna
back
go
here?
after it and see if there's still something dark there.
Yeah, and it's gotten darker over there.
Yeah. Am I running after it?
Yeah.
Is there anybody over here? Anybody here? This is where thought I seen the shadow, and something's still over here, but it.
Can you feel anything over here?
A little bit. But what it looked like to me, at least, I don't know what it looked like to Kim, but what it looked like to me was it seemed kind of like a dome shape or a cone head looking thing that was just black.
Yeah.
And it looked like it kind of grew up like this and maybe moved to the side, something like this, just enough movement where I could see it out of the corner of our eye, and we're like, what? Wait a minute. There's still something slightly different over here. It's not any of the Black Angel stuff. There's probably some other spirit activity over in this area.
So that session, we were actually pulled towards a gravestone as Kim had picked up on the name George, and so we actually went down the hill just a little ways, and it seemed like there was definitely some kind of an energy down there once we did get there.
What?
Possible apparitions or
not
whatever.
necessarily. Shadow people can be different than apparition. They can. It could have been, but it didn't have the actual person characteristics. Apparitions tend to usually look like you or I, or they look more solid. They can be vaporish.
So,
all right, her tape's out, so that means it's probably the point where we disconnect all the wires from this. Either stay right here, or if you do decide, we just walk the perimeter around the angel.
I want to stay right here.
Well, don't get in a daze or a trance. Don't let your...
I won't.
Do you need to be grounded?
No,
Or
I'm fine.
don't leave me here by yourself.
No,
Make
I'm
me
fine.
turn into Jackie.
I'm fine. Jason will talk to me.
Yeah, I'll talk to you, and I'll roam the outskirts over here.
Because if
You're gonna roam them without me?
Well, you can come with me if you'd like, but
I just wouldn't stay here and just stare at her.
I'm not staring at her.
Well, you have been. I would give it a rest. Damn it, freaking human contamination. Hate it.
Are they over there? Some people over there?
Yeah, there's 2 people approaching us right now.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Oh. I hate human contamination. That's why when we do investigations, we do it essential personnel only. We don't even bring friends or guests unless it's an actual public event that is meant for that, which is like 10% maybe, if that.
Now I understand why you say that stuff.
He's like, I don't want to go. She's like, come on, let's go. And he's like, I don't want to go. And she's like,
We should just all stand still and
That's what
stare
I'm
at them.
That'd be uncomfortable, wouldn't it? Well, not for us, but
like drive the interceptor over there and over the communications say, get the hell out.
Get out.
It definitely was annoying for us in terms of the investigation because we'd have to stop what we were doing and talk to them and try to shoo them away if we could, so we could resume the investigation without any kind of contamination or having to worry about equipment getting stolen, because not everybody I knew, but there was one person, it's kind of ironic, of all the people that I did know.
What's going on?
Eric. Emily.
Oh, hi, yes.
What's up?
Hi.
Wow.
So you're still around here, huh?
I am. This is my little brother, and you know how I.
Oh, hi.
You know how I do about these things.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, yeah. What class do we have together again?
A speech or.
Is that writing? It was one of the
Writing.
writing ones, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and then it was the other chick that's blonde that was also interested in this. I can't remember her name now.
I didn't know that one.
Okay.
But yeah. My brother's in town. We're from Illinois, but I live here still.
And I've actually never seen the Black Angels, so this is...
Okay. Yeah. Writing one. That's weird. A lot of people come in here after hours, actually.
I know, and we don't mean to be those people, but...
Yeah. No, it's all right. Really what we're doing here is, well, as you can see, an investigation. And so we actually had permission to be here with the groundskeeper and ICPD. So anybody else that's
comes down here, it causes us issues, I guess. So far, it's just been curious people that just come up, stare at her, and then leave. So,
I mean,
hasn't been any problems yet.
yeah.
Yeah, but I know how Iowa City is.
I know that they have they have had many problems with her and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of different. You guys have had classes with each other?
Yeah, we had a story.
I don't think it was creative writing. It was something different.
It was.
It was on that line.
On that line.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
saw you finally meet up today.
No, we got to talking about that sort of thing because I knew that Eric was into it. And
small world. Wow. I didn't think I'd ever run into anything.
And yeah.
That night, that time of the year, that very hour, that very minute, it was like it was meant to be, and it was really bizarre.
Eric, if I were to run into you anywhere, I'm glad that it was here.
I know, right? It's kind of a weird twist of fate, but that's awesome.
Because Eric said that well, we were in that class and that we could go on some. Well, he would bring me on
some ghost hunts.
Yeah, and it just never panned out.
No, it didn't. Can I take your number?
Yeah.
I was getting kind of aggravated with all the people, the gawkers and everyone that just popped up and would go over and mess with the Black Angel. I don't know if I was feeding off her, but I mean, she just wants left alone, and they just it was constant, which was aggravating to us because we'd have to stop everything and explain to them what we were doing. So, I mean, just imagine the spirits there, how angry they are that they're coming there, touching it, moving stuff around, and the stories that are coming from it all negative, So, one of the people there was a classmate of Eric's, and that was kind of weird that she showed up there. Eric's been out of school for several years, so it was kind of weird that she came on that particular night. And her brother was out of town and had never seen the Black Angel, and they picked that night to come. So I thought that was very weird.
Well, I went to a retail store to get some more tapes for us. And the cashier lady actually read my identification, and she's just like, "Oh, Paranormal Endeavors, where are you guys out tonight?" And then told her where, and she's not familiar with this place, really. She hasn't been out here, but she's getting vibes and readings off of me, saying that, because she's a spirit medium, she told me that.
Oh, okay.
And she's one of the rare ones that tends to, if she's in her right state of mind, get more energized when she's working with spirit, which those tend to be more on the rare side, because usually most people get drained a lot of time. Which I told her, I was like, well, good for you, whatnot. And then she said, ooh, I don't know if I'd want to be out there tonight, but I do know that, because I said I don't think I'll need to channel or do my human dowsing rod or anything like that. She's like, no, it will manifest, probably even be more than your no. And then walked away with a smile, and I was like, oh, okay. And thanked her and walked away. Okay, about to start the spiritual side of our investigation. We're opening up and get messages and stuff a little bit more now. That's more of our focus. You have the K2?
Any spirits interested in communicating with us?
Are you an old man? Are you here with us? Are you an older man? Got a little bit of the chills. Did you? We're now opening up the spiritual side, so any first impressions or anything that you get, we can just say that out and now, with a little discretion. Hopefully we'll get something that will coordinate with it. Are you an old man? Are you here with us right now? Are you buried in this location? That's where it was before. Remember?
That's where I'm feeling.
George. Is this one?
Really?
You sure?
What? Are you serious?
George. Good.
Did you just say?
Well, I said it up there. I said, I'm looking for someone named George.
Good job, Kim, on the name. Too bad you didn't get the last name, too. That would have been validation.
I'm sorry. That was good. George, are you here with us tonight?
You don't have to be scared. You told me your name. So obviously you do want to communicate with us.
I'm going to try to do my... I think it's time for me to do my... equivalent of the Ovilus, where I pick up random things that kind of come to me, visions, thoughts, stuff like that, sit, announce it out loud, see what happens
Can I
here.
walk over and get the ghost box too?
Sure. Alright, here we go. Let me, here we go.
James.
James, that was so clear.
Your name's James?
Alright, here we go. I'm gonna try opening up to get the thoughts and visions here. I keep seeing a farm field right off the bat. It's just been tilled or cultivated. Looks like a fairly warm day out. This is in the springtime. It's before the planting. I think this individual farmed that land, whoever this farmer was. George, was that you? I smelled soil, just dirt. It's just a constant dirt thing. It's about soil, about dirt. Big time chills.
Mm-hmm.
Consistent chills in this area, Kim.
Oh yeah, it is really, really cold over here.
And George is right here.
George, if that is you, could you please give us a sign? We just need confirmation. We will not bug you or bother you in any way, shape, or form if you just give us some kind of if that is indeed you. There's someone over here that we thought we saw earlier. Something's right here, though. Where are you? Are you right here?
It chills.
Are you to the left, to the right, in front, behind?
Oh, he's moved again. Man over here somewhere, right here. Ooh, he was the visions I'm getting is definitely a farmer. But he was a big guy. At least 6'5". He's tall.
Big teddy.
Broad shoulders. That was you, but he was vision that I got.
He's right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vision that I got was just strong bust, just chest out, just doing this kind of like what are you doing here? Or he's a stern, kind of grouchy man.
He's strict and stern.
You crossed him or did something like that.
You didn't get.
You didn't really get Mr. Nice Guy. You got
one chance and one chance only. Okay, bye, George.
All right, George.
give us a sign or something that tells us that you are here?
Or motion light came on. There's someone approaching us right now.
Is there a reason why Teresa moved out to Oregon? Well, I know that, but is there a reason why she left Iowa to go to Oregon? Was there a specific reason why you left Iowa to go to Oregon? Teresa?
It's continued to escalate just a little bit here. Kim thought she'd seen something white, kind of like a white fog or a white ectoplasmic figure of some sort that was moving on the DVR system. And so that's something I'll have to watch back later.
Actually, I'm getting really light, where it feels like I'm actually being kind of pulled around a little bit. What is it that you want? Whoa. What is it that you want? Shit.
You okay?
What? I'm right here, why?
I was in the car and I was watching the monitors, and I seen something. I called out to Eric because I didn't know where he was at, Eric and Jason, and I seen something like white and foggy come from like over the Black Angel area, and I didn't know what was going on with them. I asked where they were at.
Started to feel like I was getting tugged on. Felt like someone was there kind of giving me a little like that on me, and I was looking around and there wasn't anything or anybody there doing it to me, so I don't know what that was about.
Yeah, I heard you. I said what? Why? Yeah, I was being tugged.
He was being tugged.
You caught it on DVR? Okay. Did it look like humanoid? Like... Okay. Alright, let me go back into my... Try this one more time here.
I looked over and I see Eric being tugged, like being pulled, and he was pulled. Earlier in the night, we picked up on also another man named James, and James was pulling Eric to his tombstone.
Tombstone that had the name on it, James, and we had picked up on James earlier in the night as a potential name.
Whoa. Who is that?
I think it's this. I think this is the one. Wish I had confirmation. It's a James.
Who is it?
It's a James.
Yeah, it is.
Wish I had confirmation here.
So I thought the whole thing was amazing because we picked up on a George in the beginning of the night, and we were picking up on James at the beginning of the night too, but we were actually led to him too, and I don't think it was any kind of coincidence, and I just think it was totally amazing how that happened.
My feelings are, she just wants to be left alone. She's tired of it. You know, she had a lot to deal with in all her life. She went through a lot.
What? I just want you to see what she'd say about it.
That's fascinating. That is absolutely fascinating. It's impressive to see that kind of manifest, die down. But there's actual movement to that. There's actual movement to that.
Yeah.
And after watching this a couple of times, you know, that's impressive. And then it's neat to see the lights come up from behind it, where you know you guys were investigating, and it looks those look very direct, very obvious that they're lights. But to see that take form, kind of materialize, and then move off as it dissipates, and I mean.
Yeah. Well, it was like in the low 40s. I mean, it was chilly, especially when we were out there for several hours, and there was no fog.
It's just concentrated in that one spot.
Yeah.
That does not happen anywhere else.
And that's right at the base of the foot of the Black Angel.
You know what's great is you can definitely see the difference again there. With there's obvious visible dust. It looks absolutely nothing like that.
I think it was pretty wicked. You can definitely tell it's the outline of something manifesting, but
it is almost human-esque, almost humanoid looking.
You can definitely tell the difference between the flashlights and this originating, you know, where it comes from, and there it is. Yeah, it's like it's coming from the ground up.
Yeah. And Kim saying that she's seen something matching this description, because she described what she thought she saw. It looked like this, so there might be possible white apparitions or ectoplasm in the cemetery.
Which would make sense from a spiritual standpoint, you know, it really would. Especially if you guys were getting a couple of decent direct channelings, you know? I mean, that's kind of... But that does look like it definitely obstructs whatever it's in front of. It really does.
Yeah. I think overall with this, we can actually state the Black Angel is mysterious. We couldn't prove or disprove all the stories, every single one of them. That would actually be another full-time job. But some of it, as we looked into when we were there, seemed like there could be potential. But all that we know is based off of the evidence of what we could catch, and that is, in fact, that the area, or at least Oakland Cemetery, does seem to have some kind of paranormal activity of some sort going on.
Remember the other day when you were talking about paranormal endeavors and you said you might not have time for it? Is that how you feel?
Yeah, well, we've been pretty busy lately. I mean, yeah, I got to give him a call and let him know, and know that I'm gonna probably have to step down for a little while or whatever. I mean, I'm still interested in doing the stuff, but I mean, like right now is, I guess, not the best time to find time and stuff.
I mean, maybe you can talk to him about doing, like, certain cases.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be interested in doing that, but, yeah, that would be a good idea.
Yeah, he's pretty understanding, so let's give him a call.
Alright, Kim had summoned me to stop by as she wanted to advise me of something to do with Jason. And I had original inkling that something was going on, as I noticed that Jason's availability was starting to get less and less.
I'm glad and fortunate enough to have an opportunity to actually investigate with Eric and to experience paranormal life. What I've always been kind of interested in, you know, to see if there's, you know, anything on the other side or whatever you want to call it. But unfortunately, I don't have, you know, enough time to keep on the team and stuff. But
in the meantime, we wish Jason the best in his future endeavors.
But I wish Paranormal Endeavors the best of luck and good hunting. We'll see you later.